Hey guys, good evening. It's October 22nd, 2020, and welcome to our channel. This is Miss JD for another episode of our daily stock market insights. And this has been another great day, I think, for most of you guys. I believe a lot of our stocks have been showing promising signs of recovery. And let's see, we'll discuss each one of them. In the meantime, before I get started, I'd like to invite you guys, if you like this kind of content, I invite you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're always updated whenever I have new videos. I'm doing this every single day. I review requested stocks and I also review the most trending ones in the market. Okay, so let's get started. I'd like to just take this opportunity to really thank the people who have dropped a comment from our previous video. So yesterday I was able to record actually two. So of course Benjamin over here are always our ever supportive friend. He wanted to request MBT, Max XD, and Morocco, definitely. Jan said, "Thank you, Miss JD. Your insights are really useful for beginners like me, learning from you." Thank you, too. Thank you again, Miss JD, from Gloria. Thanks again, Miss JD. But there's one person here that I really would like to recognize, and I was super happy. Marvin Dermo dropped by in our channel and he said, "Great video, keep on sharing." And I said, "Oh wow, the one and only Marvin Dermo in the house. I'm a big fan and watched almost all of your videos." And he said, "Miss JD, keep on helping people. Great job." All right, definitely. We have the same goal. We have the same mission. I don't have, or I did not have any mentor. I studied everything on my own using the available resources online. So it's my way of paying it forward through this channel. So I hope you guys will also be, or if I'm gonna say, I hope you are learning from the videos I am creating. So let's get started. I'd like to first talk about the index. Okay. So this is how we performed today. The index started to show some bullish movements, in fact, since the 19th of October. So it has been the fourth day of it showing really promising moves. So I'm thinking just any moment from now, between now and probably in the coming days, people might be taking profit. And I feel that most likely it will be around this level. So around 6,300 area or up to this level. But overall, we still have to check the individual performance of each stock, so we have a clearer picture. But this just simply means that the market or the Philippine economy is starting to show some signs of progress. I was actually roaming around today, so we just had a joyride checking out the streets of our area, and traffic is already there, surprisingly. Businesses are open, but kids are still not allowed to enter premises. So we just stayed in the car and just drove around. But I think that is already a good sign because the market or the businesses are starting to also operate. And it was super traffic. So I was asking, maybe probably because people are still scared to commute. That's why most of them are bringing their cars now. So that's also the reason why it's starting to become traffic again. Or it's just me because I haven't been out really for a long time. It's been since March. I just stayed in the house. Okay, so going back. So now I'd like to talk about the most trending ones. So I just go click all stock, and after that I'll of course review the request of Benjamin. All stocks, click trade. So these are the highly traded stocks in the market today from BDO downwards. Okay, so BDO BDO had a gap up today with 212 million foreign buying. Okay, let us see. Okay, so I just have, although I still feel very bullish for this stock. I just am thinking this gap may be filled first, but we have really no idea if the market is going to still be is still going to manifest some bullish movements. It might take a few days before it retraces and it goes back and fill the gap. So that could also be a possibility. Okay, so just bear in mind that that can still happen. It will fill the gap. It's just a matter of time when. So hopefully, so I'm just thinking it is even better if it does that tomorrow and fills the gap and then shoots up rather than goes up and then declines again significantly. So I'm still going to plot 93.71 or 94 area as our new support because of that thought process whereby a gap has to be filled. And we just don't know when, but hopefully by tomorrow that will already happen so that it's not that big of a drop. So if you're an investor for this stock, anywhere between 93.71 to 95 is already a very good entry at the moment. Consider this. It has been moving sideways and we're just starting to show some recovery. Okay, the first area to beat here would be 107. Could be a little higher, around that 109. That's your next resistance. Yeah. Okay. So we are still at a very healthy level at the moment. So look at you have to consider BDO. Some of you may be trading it, but I highly recommend that this stock is worth the much longer time frame. Look at it for investment purposes because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity where a stock has dropped significantly, wherein its price level is from what 10 years backward. Let me see. This stock has dropped from a value back in 2015. So if you're saying that it's too late for me to invest in the market, no, that price level from 5 years ago happened again today. So this is still okay. Look at that here as well. We are just bouncing. I'm on a monthly time frame, so every candlestick here is worth 1 month. So now let's go back to the daily. So there you have it. 93.71 or 94 level is our support, and the next resistance would be around 109. You could also have another one here. There, nearest area, because you have this. Yeah, you have that too. Consolidation in that area. But if you're just going to consider 102 as your profit taking level, that is what? Around 9%. Okay, but already worth holding on to your position. Let's take a look at JFC. JFC, you had the significant move as well, but 2 days of showing like a doji. So we have to double check tomorrow if there will be some more movements. We're technically still outside of the Bollinger Band, so that's still a bullish sentiment. But we have to also consider the candlestick pattern that we have right now. That's one. Number two would be we are at the overbought level, so I'm thinking there could be some slight retracement. Could be around here. We don't know. Let me see. Yeah, could be in that level, and then it's just fine. It's a healthy breather, right? The stock is just breathing. Let those traders take their profit, and then long-term investors can just stay. In fact, if it's going to dip, it's just normal. All you have to do, if you have some buying power, go add some more volume. But what I'm looking at as of this time is a slight, okay? It's just a slight retracement that I am looking at, and might be recovering some more in the coming days. Okay, we are just starting to show some bullish movements for this stock. It has been sleeping for a long time, since March. Okay, so it went back again to a price level before quarantine. And there's also a good volume right here. So let's use 165 as our nearest support. We can have some stabilization here first. But let's see. There's still foreign buying, guys, so that's a good one. What happened to BPI? Oh, how much did it increase the previous day? Because there's a 10% increase. So people took profit. Where could it possibly drop? That's a sign of weakness there. But okay, maybe here. Okay, you know why? Because when you look to the left, try to check from the area where it is at right now. You screen to the left as you go down. Where is the nearest area where you will find some consolidation? And we found one over here, and right at this level. That's also a consolidation area. Yeah, that key level. So just wait for it to go down a little bit, and this is just a healthy pullback. It will not go to the previous bottom where we had this in the past. We have already established some higher lows here. So I'm thinking we will just be stabilizing and then move up again. And another bonus is, of course, you have your dividend. So something to look forward to. Okay, so that is for BPI. What about Dito? Dito, I think, what's your take on this? My take on this is that we already broke out of this what do you call this, flag pattern? Yeah, I see some more bullish movements for this stock tomorrow. It already went out of that descending resistance level. So your support is ascending, your resistance is also trying to consolidate, and like a triangle, because price movement is just doing sideways, and at least it just stabilized. It has placed the RSI at a much healthier level, and now we are gaining some more power or momentum to push the price even higher. With 3.22 million on foreign buying, I see a big possibility that this stock will continue to move up. I think reaching 7 pesos would be easy move, and yeah, we can go back to around 8 peso level again. I'm putting that over here. This if you look back in, when the time they won the light or third telco bidding, or what do you call that? I forgot. So when this was the day when they got the slot. So I think it will just go back there around 8 peso. To be conservative, put it at the 8 level. Okay, just 8 level. So that will be your profit taking level. So if you are to compute that from where it is at right now, let's say you still want to enter, that's a 28% increase. So that is a very promising area. But I just have a strong feeling, because it will not happen overnight. I don't know. There's also a possibility that it can happen in just weeks. Um, but definitely, as we go near the launch date of this third telco, um, buying sentiment is starting to become stronger and stronger. We are already in the month of October, November, December, January, February, and March. Is it March, April, May or March? I forgot, between March or May. But definitely, we might see some more bullish movements there. For traders, lock in some profit in areas where you have the resistance. Okay, for Ali, so I think I mentioned yesterday that Ali still has some wiggle room to move the price higher, and it did move up at this point. I just want to say that we are currently sitting at a resistance, but I'm not saying that it's going to stop. Now, in the event the price starts much higher than 33.50 and most of the sentiment happens above it, then chances are we might go and have some more bullish movements and could possibly reach another resistance area. Okay, so this is the next resistance that I see around 37.34. So definitely. But in the event, on the first 30 minutes of the day, in fact, the entire day, most of the sentiment is going down. That's just a healthy pullback. At least we are now moving much higher than the MA20 line. So if it is going to drop, it will drop around 31 level, 31.5 level. So that's the area where it could possibly retrace and then continue its uptrend. But definitely another bullish sentiment for Ali. Just find your entry. If you can time the market, go ahead. You can even use a much faster time frame if you're merely trading. But if you're an investor, haggle for a few cents and enter, because we really cannot tell if when a stock is really super bullish. Sometimes you cannot chase it anymore. It's until such time you become a victim of FOMO, not realizing that you're chasing it and the position is no longer ideal because it's already high up there. Okay, so now that it's just starting to recover, the nearer you are to the 31.50, the better. That's a much better entry level. SM also had another good day today. 170 million on foreign buying. Your nearest resistance that I can see as of this time is 978. Yeah, around that. 978, 975. So how far are we? So that's just almost 3%. 3%. And yeah, so if you still believe in, of course, this is SM. Definitely, this stock has a strong fundamentals and financial the financial health of the business is still okay. So your call. Otherwise, wait for it to retrace if the market will retrace. So play it by ear, you guys. A good haggle would be 917. But overall, if you want, then your potential is only up to this level. That's your all-time high. So notice while the rest were badly hit during the pandemic, this stock, like PGOLD and this one as well, that was their time. It was their bullish days. But later on, if you're going to reach PGOLD, you'll realize that while almost everything is open now, there are so many options. Now it's starting to decline. People are taking their profit. But overall, so talking about support and resistance, 917 for me is a much better support if the market will continue to give us a chance right there. This one over here, this is just fine, this stock is like the other banks. This stock is also starting to show some bullish movements here. We are now above the MA20 line. We started triggering the upper band. From a constricted band, it's starting to open up. So it's just a healthy pullback right there. In fact, if you believe in the fundamentals of SECB, it might potentially go sideways within this area first, and it will eventually take off again. So just consider that. Okay, even though it's a red today, people just took profit. Unless there's a bad news. What's this? Acquisition or disposition of shares of another corporation. If there's insider selling, then that's not good. If this is insider buying, that's a good story. Mm-hmm. Cash payment in peso. The partnership will make a customer-centric digital lending experience available to all Filipinos and small business owners, and will strengthen the relationship between the two institutions which have MUFG Bank as a common shareholder. Nice. I think this is a positive news. What's this? Inquirer. 16 hours ago. What is this story? Maybe you're not seeing it. It's not projecting, but go ahead and just check that out. But going back to our technical analysis, this one just revisited our uh, previous resistance, which now can become our support. 96, and we're in that area, is already a good entry. So consider that. The next is Pure Gold. Pure Gold had a slight recovery, but as you see, when a stock is in a downtrend, your recovery or bounce would be minimal. So this is your downtrend channel right here around that area. Okay, so moving downwards, most likely we'll have some more downward motion right there. And so it's either it could go back to the same key level, or it will now create a lower low. So I would always, when a price level is in a downtrend, I still find the lowest point and still put the line there, because there could be a big possibility that it will just stop right there and stabilize. Now, if that gets broken, then that means downtrend is not over, and you can go screen all the way down again and look to the left if you see some consolidation. And we found one over here, so most likely it will again drop around this key level 40. So again, so in a downtrend, you establish a lower high and a lower low, and we plot at the nearest support. In the event we will experience some bounce at that area, and then probably sideways, and good area to buy and wait for some recovery. However, if it breaks down, then it will continue its downtrend with a lower low. At the moment, I see the next possible drop around 40 level, 40.13 area. So that's your pure gold. Still consider other stocks, because it looks like this is not done with the downtrend yet. AC AC is also giving us some good recovery. Let's just wait and see around. Okay, see that? You had some consolidation right here. Actually, Let's move that down. This is where you have the resistance. And as the price went closer to that level, there was a rejection. Okay, so this kind of candlestick for me is a start of, some slowdown. It's a sign of slowing down. And so we might have a pullback as well for this stock. And I'm just looking at the previous resistance areas, and I use that now as our possible support. So if it drops, it could possibly drop around 721 level. Overall, if you're into long-term investing, there's still some room for growth in this stock. But we are already midway. Just remember that. TEL is giving us some good signs. I like the fact that for 2 straight days we are higher than the MA20 line. So let us use the MA20 level as our support this time. So that is currently sitting at a support area. So let us see if TEL as well will give us some continuous lift in the price in the coming days. So far, this stock has been super bearish since 2015. Imagine that. So this is a good opportunity as well for you to re-enter if you don't have any telco company yet. So I'm not endorsing any because, as you can see, the fact that we have more companies servicing the telco industry, um, that's a good that's a good industry to ensure that we have present in our portfolio, because this, I think, is the new direction of the overall economy, not just in the country but globally. We are highly dependent on the services of a telco, internet, be it in the internet or mobile data requirements, everything. Communication now is through the internet or uh, mobile banking and all that stuff. Okay, so if you have Dito, good. If you have Tel, good. BD, Globe, and I think the fourth one, Converge, and Now. So these are the ones. But just choose the company that you think is going to prosper and have solid fundamentals. Okay, so TEL, of course, is already a tested and proven stock. This gives out dividend as well on a regular basis. There, SMPH. SMPH also consistent climb since October 9th, almost a month now. So, but just be extra careful, because some people might be taking profit very, very soon. So, check what happens around the 34 level, because that is a possible profit taking area. And if you're going to ask me why, I just did this. I screen to the left while I slowly go up. Okay, so this one could be one, but it's an area, so I'm provisioning this key level. There could be some more lift there, but very, very little. So we just have to observe if 34 is going to hold. But the moment 34, we go beyond 34, it might create this time a higher high, and then it will retrace and continue to move higher. That's what we're seeing. Okay, and URC. URC, I think this is also giving us some good outlook here in terms of technical analysis. We are from a constricted Bollinger Band. It was a constricted period right here. So we're starting to open up. So we all know that volatility gives us the money. There could be a big chance that it will be highly volatile this time. But as what you've noticed here, like what I've been saying in the past, when a stock is constricted or the Bollinger Band is constricted and it starts to push the price higher, there will be some more movements going up. And this is what I am seeing right now for URC. In fact, look at this. Our RSI is just in the 60s level. We're not in the overbought area yet. So I just feel like we will be pushing the price higher and higher in the coming days. How far are we? There is a big potential. See that? Okay, so that is for our URC. And the last for now is MBT. MBT has been moving up. Wow, this has been a climb for how many percent now? 27%. So people might be taking profit really, really soon. And where could that be? I see it happening right over here, very near the current location. So if you feel, because it's a red candlestick, we don't know, maybe tomorrow we could have another red candlestick, but with a price fluctuation, I'm provisioning a resistance, basing it on what I have seen in the past. This is where the price stopped. So there's a chance that it could hit this level, but in the event you see a red candlestick again forming at that area, then consider locking in some profit for MBT. However, if you are a long-term investor, still at a healthy level, see that if you want, you can wait for it to retrace, or you can wait for it to break out of 42.92. There you have it, guys. That's the first set. I was able to review the most trending ones. I hope I was able to help you in your decision making or in your analysis. Don't follow me, guys. Make sure you do your assignment. You study as well. I'm just the second voice here that will somehow validate. But please do not enter a stock because I just said it. Okay? In the meantime, thank you for watching. You have a good night and good luck on your trades tomorrow. Be careful, it's a Friday. People might be taking profit. And you have a good night. Bye-bye for now.